Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with it's called double flat fold card. Quite a few of them about at the moment, but I thought I'd have a go with my Noel set. I did use Moody Mauve to match the cardstock, but I used Cherry Cobbler, so I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler cardstock on this one. I think it will look and stand out a little bit better against. And I'm doing some heat embossing. I haven't done heat embossing for ages. So, loose the card pieces, press pause, grab your stuff, come back and make one with me. Fabulous. Right, let's get that up there, out the way. I got my gold, I got my Versamark, got my embossing. Let's do that actually. Let's get this stamped. Got this beautiful Noel, and it can be cooling down while we do the rest, and then we can do some. We are going to cut this out, so it's not really got to be bang on perfect. And I know you lovely ladies love the Cherry Cobbler. Oh, that didn't stamp very well, so let me do the other side. Get some juice. I might have to juice this back up. It's been a while since I've used this, so it might just that I didn't stamp the back bit properly. Oh, that's better. Oh, before I throw some of this on, wow, I've had this embossing powder since I was like first joined Stampin' Up about 7 years ago, and that tells you how much embossing I do. And I didn't even use my embossing little buddy, which you're supposed to do, but it looks okay to me. Let's put my little, I see I got it out ready, but I didn't use it. I'm a silly sausage. I've also got white embossing powder out. Why I got that out, I don't know. Right, tool. I've got it here. I'm going to leave it on for a sec. Sorry about the noise. Got a little stand on it somewhere. There we go. You want to do it from both sides. Well, after that, I've got a bit of gold on the back bit as well, you know, where I've plonked it in. Oh. Takes seconds. Once it starts, that's it. Oh, that's turned out beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous little glare. So let's leave that to one side. Oh, they're a bit warm. Yes, so your card opens up with a double flap for you to write a message on, and the inside, and not only that's a private message, you could add some DSP there if you wanted, and you've also got space inside. I would add a beautiful photograph here and here. If you were, say, sending it to somebody you couldn't spend any holiday, you could perhaps put a photograph there. This is 3.5 by 3.5. You get a good size photo. So really, you could write on the back, or you could add a photo on the back. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 spaces for photos, and still have this section to write your message in. It's such a simple card to make. Let's set that to one side. I have done the stamping already, but you're going to watch me do some colouring. I've got my Noel, which we will cut out of there in a bit now, once I've done a bit more to this beautiful card. I've got 2 strips of designer series paper. These are both 1 3/8 by 5 5/8, and you can use either side. I decided to use a different one on the inside. May swap them around, or you could keep them both the same. This is my large piece. This one is 4 1/8 by 5 5/8. I've got my gold piece, which is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I've also got a piece of white somewhere. Oh no, I haven't. It's here. This is 7 by 3.5. I'm going to fold that in half. You can score this on your score board if you want, but this, because it's Stampin' Up Whisper White, it folds easy. We are going to use the, so this is 3.5 by 3.5 when folded. Then the gold piece is 3.25 by 3.25. This is my other piece, which is 3 by 3, and it's up to you which way around your picture is. And then this piece, I think I only cut this like 2.5 by 2.5, but by the time you could just put that on there and or on an angle and not even die cut it out, but I want to die cut that out. So mind you, that looks pretty cute. You don't even have to do any colouring, but let's do a little bit while we've got, and then we'll show you how to put all these cards. I'm using cherry cobbler and light soft succulent for this one, only because my pens work. I know, let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit. There we go, a little bit better. So like I'm saying, I've already stamped these, and I'm just going to do the leaves. I mean, if you don't mind, because you're going to cover it up, if you're only going to cover it up, just do the outer leaves to save on your pens. Little one there. I mean, if you were going to leave that on there, you could literally just pull to one side and just do the outer leaves and the outer berries, because that would cover that up. I quite like that actually. Now it's been on there, but I am going to cut it out, so I'm just going to carry on colouring. And you don't even have to do nothing mega on it. I mean, look, you can see what I'm doing. I'm even got little bits. So again, this is just cheap white cardstock that I had from the range many moons ago. I always buy this for either the back of cards or just going on the inside. It saves on my Whisper White. I know the Whisper White has run out, but I had a couple of packs when it retired, so I'm not being funny, I'm not wasting it. So now I've got the dark, oh wait there, this is Evening Evergreen. Why is this one soft succulent? I picked up 2 pens. I got soft succulent and Evening Evergreen. One's light and the other one's light, so this one is going to be a little bit darker. Oh, but they go well together, look at that. I've even picked up the wrong pens and they still look lush. I know you've seen me play with this. I just love this stamp set. I wasn't going to get it at first, but I'm so glad I did. It is so pretty. Not really into traditional cards neither, so again I'm just going down the stalks and the stems. I'm not colouring, girls, I'm just drawing lines, and if I can draw a line, you can draw a line. I'm even connecting now because my Noel is going there. That is just the cutest. Just joining all those stems up, giving me the centres. Perfect, and that will do. And I'm just going to use the, I think I might just lose the light cherry clobbler. I'm going to clobbler. I'm just going to use the light cherry cobbler today. Oh, look at the nib, it's terrible. Maybe I'll do the dark. That's just as bad. Flipping heck, what is it with these Stampin' Up nibs? They're a bit poo. I'm not going to even fill them all in properly. I'm just going to draw circles. We're just going to leave a little bit in this. Oh, look at that. I thought that was a berry, but it's not. But you wouldn't tell, would you? I'm just going to do circles, don't care if I miss. Maybe I'll come back in with the light end. The nibs on this side, they're beautiful. You can't fault them. But on the large end, they are a bit terrible. And I'm still not filling it in properly. And just going over the berries. That is cute, cute, cute. Right, we've got our pieces ready. Bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Right, let's get the die cutting in. Because I've got this little mat, this should sit on here lovely. Oh, let me zoom back out. Oh, there we are. Actually, I'll zoom back out in a second. Now, my little pink board is magnetic. So, oh, that looks lined up pretty good to me. Now, I kept it. Watch what I did. I did it on the first one. It looks a little tiny bit wonky. I'll turn this board over. And it wants to stay up. No, I don't mind the O coming out. The centre, because I'm not going to be using that. But I'm just going to keep that in place for a sec. I'll show you what I did last time. I literally put glue on the outside and then stuck it on the card. But it was a little tiny bit off. But I might just do a little bit better this time. So you can see they're in the perfect position. It's just a little bit, needs tilting just a little bit that way. So whether I keep it or not, I don't know. But I'm going to put that to one side. Scoreboard now. Let's zoom out a little bit more. And I'm going to score this at I'm going to open it out first. I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. So yes, it's an American size card. And 8 1/2. And that's it. 4 1/4, 8 1/2. Board goes away. And if you want to do your white piece, which is your front card, you'd have just done that at 3 1/2. So you're going to fold this card. But what we're going to do, we're going to take the tiniest little slither off, because we want this to fold over and give us that, unless we keep it on the inner piece, but then we're going to end up with our card on the inner piece. You're going to hide it all together, but we need that to go in there. And see how much it's going to bulk up. You can either push it in there. You could have just scored 8 1/4, pushed your card in. You can do what I'm doing, so it's nice and pushed up, and then you can manipulate your card back. Because it's Stampin' Up cardstock, it is great for manoeuvring. And then you can crease. It's still going to have a little bit, but if you want, I'm just going to show you quickly. Got my phone, which is broken. You would literally put this in and take the tiniest fraction of it. And I mean, it's like a 1/16 of an inch. And then when you come, it's not going to mess around with your designer series paper, because we've already got it pieced up. And then this piece, which is from, I think it's called Winter. I'll find it now, it's in here. It's easier to go to the back, I think. What's it called? It's called Winter Meadow. I know it was called Winter something. But you've got these gorgeous pieces. You could I wouldn't call that gorgeous, but this piece is lovely with the berries on. I mean, you could really go to town, and you could die cut. You could have done one of those and die cut it and put it behind the Noel on the gold card. But there's no way round with it. One way it looks upside down, the other way it looks... I'm going to keep it that way. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to hold this. I got the smallest little border. Love that. Because you're going to get to see quite a lot of this card anyway from here. This piece is going to go in here, and I've kept this pretty minimal and given myself a decent sized border all round. So we can see a bit more of the green. You could have a piece that fits perfect. You could even just have a die cut piece in there, maybe that size. You could just to write your message on. But I'm going to pull this a little bit lower, give myself a decent border top bottom. I'm not around the sides and at the top, and I'm not really bothered about the bottom. Who's going to notice when they pick that up? I love it. I know the berries aren't the same. This time I'm going to have the green that side, and on the inside I'm going to have this pattern, I think. Oh, see, I can't decide. That's going to have a tiny border. Just have a look where it looks like. I may just turn that over. I do like that way round. Let's do it on the inside then. Right. Berries on the inside, just like the other one. I'm just throwing it everywhere. Just going to give that a little bit of a smear. So these are both the same size at 1 3/8 by 5 5/8. And then we can pop this on this side. I could have used Garden Grease cardstock, but it's old. It comes with Garden Green and Old Olive in the catalogue, in the designer series paper even. And I'm just lifting that slightly just to give me a tiny little curve so this panel doesn't flick open too much. So let's get these laid up. And I've got a nice 1/4 inch border all the way around on this one. If you ever get stuck on layering, the corner there and the corner there, as long as they're in line, there and there, you're always going to get that beautiful gap. And make sure your corners line up to them corners, and you get a gorgeous gap in between them, and it lines up beautiful. If you're off a little bit, your corners won't line up with that corner to that corner and that corner to that corner, and vice versa. So, all right, we're going to do a little bit more stamping. I'm just checking which is the best way round. Whoops! I've got my Memento Black, when I can take the top off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself a sheet, and I'm just going to put it over the corner. In fact, I'm going to, how did I do it last time? I can't remember. Just like that. And I stamped just into the corner like that. Now you only need that so you don't go on this side of the paper. But with this one, I'm just going to get corner, corner and spin. Just to give it a little bit of decoration. You could add some colouring, but this is the back of your paper and it's going to get seen on here. So, and when you open that, you would have seen your paper coming through. So don't do it. Right, now card. Oop, I got a little smudgy. Look at that. Oh, Gaynor's got a smudge. Maybe I should let my ink dry before I close my card up. What I might do here, because I've got a little smudge on the go. Oh, let me see what I've got in here. I'm going to use a little piece, because I can't really use the back. And that's blue. Let's see what little strips we got in here. Oh, there's some blue. I want it. There's grey, there's pale. Now I'm not really getting anything to go with that in there. So let's have a quick look at something else. I've got... do you remember the paper I found? Oh, look at that. That's going to go in there lovely. This is from an old set of Stampin' Up papers. I used it on a card, the last card we did. So that's 3.5 by 3.5. Let's see if I can do 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. Oh, look at that. Couldn't fit any perfect. With a piece spare over. That way, I cover up my little boo-boobs. And we've got a little bit more decoration on the inside. Now we can write, and you can still add a photo. Or you could turn it round, but I do like the berries. I didn't like the designer series paper in the book to go with this set, then the sheets and the sheet music and stuff. I was still not fussed on the paper, but this piece I found, I'd absolutely love it. Oh, so this piece now is going to weigh where you write. This is just going to have beautiful decoration, and it will add strength when we add this. I'm going to add that on there now. And again, oh, this gold cardstock I've had since I started crafting about 8 years ago. So line up that corner with that corner. And then all the other corners fall into place. Isn't that cute? And now this, we're going to add our strips. Or you could use tear and tape. I think I might actually just use, I think that's why I got it out. A little bit of tear and tape. It's strong. I'm not going all the way up to the edge because, knowing my luck, I'll go over and stick something down. Well, let's put that. Don't worry if you get a little crease. Just smooth it out. And the more you smooth this out, there's no air bubbles. And if you get air bubbles, see, and your card is next to a radiator, it will start to peel. So, no air bubbles. And it gives you a really nice seal. And if you want it to last, I know it's only a Christmas card, but you get a little bit of wiggle space just while you're popping your card into place. So I'm going to stand up my card like this. I'm going to roughly see if I've got it in the center, and if I have, I'm just going to walk my card back to there, and then I can burnish it down. And you could have a little strip of paper there. What have I got? I've got this little piece left. I think that's just going over the top. You don't really need that. So your card will close like this, but it'll open like this. Isn't that cute? And now we can add our Noel. I think I might just eyeball it and put it on. I might even put it on with dimensionals. Let's cut it out. You could even use the negative piece on somewhere else. So you could keep that and use the negative on another card. Right, N-O-E-L. Let's see if we can get some little dimensionals on here. So little strips on the side. I'm saying little. I'm going to put one right in there. I have got one for the E. I'm going to get my little scissors and I'm just going to cut some smaller ones. You can even chop these in half. That's why I'm not worried when I cut up, see? So let's flatten them down, peel them off, and we'll have one side of the, oh, I've got double one there, so let's just, oh, that one doesn't want to separate. Got a nice fat one for the L there. Let's see if we can find a smaller one. There's a nice small one, she says. And we can do that right in there. Oof, just about. That one's going to be a little bit wide, so maybe that will go on the E. Maybe I'll get that on the L. Woof! We're getting there. I need another one. I'm glad they're dark. If you do get white ones, just use your blend tool or your markers and fill in the colours if you do have any hanging over. That's not, oh, that's not too bad. I can't see them, so fingers crossed. Now, if I want to put these back in the same shape, lay down your card. You're going to have to do it all one-handed, so I recommend you take the backings off first. Mind you saying that, you can do it one letter at a time, because once you've got one in place, right, your letter N, which seems to be that way, you got a back kick here. So line your cardstock up, get it straight as you can, and then place your letter inside, and then we can follow suit then with the other letters. Try not to push it. Line that up. Nice. Take off the other letters, and then we should be able to just peel that off the back. You could do this even if you were just gluing it down. Now I've got tiny little, there we go. Now our letter L. Pop that in. Perfect, and then you should be able to just peel this off. Yay! Oh, I needed a little tiny little bit of one there, so let's see what I can do with that. And I'll tell you what, we got one here. I'm going to cut, I think I have cut that in half. No, oh we have, yeah. So let's move that down to here. Just keep it on its own. And then we can just chop off the bit we need. I'm going to use my little woohoo. I'm going to peel the backing off. Perfect. And then I'm going to I know I shouldn't fold it back, but I'm going to. My eyesight's terrible. Oh, there we go. I got it. Woohoo! I got it. Yeah, baby, you got it. Right, let's put my... Actually, I'm going to leave the glue out. Isn't that beautiful? And that looks nice and straight. And that's cute. Keep that if you want. Let's get these. I use these gems. Where are they? We got some bright red gems and I used them on the other card. And I can pick it up. I got one there, two here, so it looks like 3. And then when you open the other card, 4, 5. But they're a little bit sticky-uppy. Sticky-uppy. They're already glued backwards, so I'm going to then use these. They've got beautiful red back gems. Look, 1, 2. You even got musical notes. You've got ivy. I just want the gems at the moment. They're all red, but you've got several different sizes. I think you just got large and small. So I got 5 there. You do need your pokey tool, and you do need, I don't know how to, is it that top bit? How do you tighten that up? Or is it another one I need? Oh, I can't remember. Let's just see. It still picks them up. So let's get, I'm going to put 1 here. 1 here. I know I always put a bit too much glue on. And now it's ended up the wrong way around. I've got it stuck to my finger. What am I like? So, 1 there. The glue does let dry clear. I'm going to put 1 there. Wait for that to dry. I'm going to put 1 there. So they keep falling off my... Berry, covered in glue. Look at that glue. Right, pokey tool. So I'm going to waft that over there. I'm just going to scrape off the excess glue. I think I might just leave that to dry clear. And then when we open this, they were a little bit flatter. But I'm gonna just add the tiniest drop of glue this time. And put 1 on each. Now you can't see it coming through because it's a gem. Maybe I could, I don't know if I could add a leaf. I don't want to do it on the inside. I've got a little bit of sticky on there. Maybe I'm going to just put 1 either side. Put it upside down. To make it look like that is the berry. I've got 1 there. Leave that out for a minute. Let me just make sure this is not gonna... What I like about this art glitter glue is once you start moving the item around, it tends to gel. So I'm going to put 1 more tiny little dot there because I've got this one here. And I'm just going to touch it and let it set. Now look, see, it's set perfect. So we've got our little gems on there. There, little shimmer. Got a holly and our gems there and there. We've got our gorgeous cherry cobbler. We've got our little gems inside. Then when we open it up, we've got a wonderful place to add a message. Like I'm saying, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections to add little photos if you weren't going to visit your family at Christmas but wanted to send them a nice photograph. I know I've suggested that on other videos as well, but some people don't or can't always travel over the holidays. So what a wonderful way to send them a card with new family pictures. And I prefer the cherry cobbler than I do. I'll hold them up so you can see them. This is the Moody Mauve and this is the cherry cobbler. I think I like the cherry cobbler one best. Yes, most definite. And I'm not really a traditional colour girl, but I do like that. Well, there we go, girls. I hope you've enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up and a share. All glory to our great God and Saviour who gives us this wonderful talent for me to share with you beautiful ladies. Come back on the next video and see what we make then. Till next time. Bye.